it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would share with you guys my favorites from the months of August to October. So I mentioned in my last favorites video, which I'll put in a card up here, that I wanted to get to a point where my favorites videos, where I did 6 of them a year, and then I did an even odd month and then an even month. Well, and I couldn't quite figure out how to get that schedule to work out. So what I did was I decided to just combine the last 3 months all together, and that would then put me on an even schedule. So that is what we're doing, and without further ado, let's get into it. So not obviously, but per my usual, we're going to start with makeup favorites because that's what I usually start with in my videos. So the first one I have is this Ulta Full Coverage Liquid Concealer, and this is actually the Ulta makeup brand. I use this on my under eye. I think it works really, really well, and I'm sure you guys know upon whose recommendation this was purchased. JMB89, naturally. I think this works really well. It's pretty cost effective. It's a nice consistency, and I feel like it stays put pretty much all day, which I really like. So the next one is Filthy. Blow that off really quick. And this was also recommended by her, but I've heard several other people talk about it as well. This is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder for lighter skin. So this actually has a coconut scent, which is really interesting. And what I like about this is it's pretty light, it's not too heavy, and it's not sparkly. I don't like sparkly bronzer. It's also not orange toned. I can't get it open. I just had it open. Wow. Okay, there we go. It's not sparkly at all, as you can tell, and it's not too orange, and that's absolutely perfect for pasty white girls like me. And it's very subtle. It's not very obvious when you can't really see it that much even there, but I do really like this, and I think it works really well, and it's like $4. So that's also a plus. So my last makeup favorite, I talked about this in my Ulta haul, which I will also put in a card up here. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. I didn't blow off any of my makeup before I did this. Can you guys tell? This is in the translucent color, so it comes like this, and then it actually flips up, and it's got a really nice big mirror, and then also like a sponge, which I haven't used. I'm actually planning on taking one of these and leaving it in my desk at work because yo girl gets pretty oily during the day, and so having some powder to touch up with would be pretty nice. But I think that this is a nice good powder, and it sets everything and actually provides a little bit of coverage without looking cakey, which I like. Okay, so that's all of my makeup favorites. My next one is a skincare favorite, and this is the Cetaphil Daily Advanced Lotion. I bought this, actually, a friend of mine at work had this on her desk, and I have this really bad dry spot right here, and I have for about a year, and I haven't been able to get rid of it. And this helps a lot, and it works better than anything else that I've tried. So I actually put this on my nightstand, and I put it on my hands and my elbows pretty much every night before I go to bed, and I've noticed a substantial difference. I've been really lax about it the last few days, which is why I have this really bad dry spot here. But this works really well, and it's not that expensive. My next favorites go together. They are hair care products, and this is the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curl and Shine Shampoo and Conditioner. So I've mentioned lots of times that I have very sensitive skin on my scalp, and I developed an allergy to the Organics shampoo I was using, so I decided to change it up. And I got this, and my hair has really been liking it, and it really does not take a lot. Like, I've been using this for about a month. I've been using this for a month now, and like you see, like that's all I've used up. So it lasts a long time. I've started washing my hair only every other day, and that also seems to be helping my scalp. My scalp gets really, really flaky, so yeah, it's a bummer, but we deal with what we have to deal with, right? Okay, so I think that's all of like my body care favorites. I actually have 2 pairs of shoes. Is that weird? Maybe, but whatever. So the first pair are these. They're filthy, but these pink Toms. I saw them at the beginning of summer at Sam's Club, and I fell in love with them, but I was like, I don't need these. Like, buying pastel pink shoes is just incredibly impractical, and I was crushing on them all summer long, and I was like, all right. So I went and bought them. They were 30 bucks at Sam's Club, and my only regret was that I didn't buy them sooner, because I've worn them a ton, and we're pretty much approaching the end of the season that it's appropriate, given that it's like basically November. I don't really know if it's appropriate to wear pastel pink shoes in November, but who knows? I could start a trend. And then the other pair of shoes are these shoes. These are from New Balance. I don't know exactly what they're called, I will have them and the style number. Let's see, I do have the style number. Let me look. Hang on just one second. But I will also find it and put it down below. So these are the New Balance WX577HB4s. So these are like super cushy. They've got memory foam. These are actually designed for cross training. So they're really, really awesome for high impact workouts, which is what I do, which you can tell I only wear these inside, and I've only worn them in my house because the bottoms look literally brand new. But they're really comfortable. They absorb impact really, really well. There's something in the bottom of this one. What the heck? What is that? I don't even know. Anyway, so they absorb impact really, really well. They're super comfortable, and I really like them. And they also make my feet look a lot smaller because I have gigantic feet. My feet are an 8.5 to a 9, and I'm only 5'4", so my feet are pretty big. And so these help make my feet look smaller, and it's stupid, but I like it when shoes make my feet look smaller. Okay, so then my last 3 favorites kind of fall into very different categories. So, or 4 favorites, I'm sorry. So one of them, there's a song that I've absolutely been loving. It's called Cover the Earth, and it was a single by Carrie Jobe and her husband Cody Carnes. And I sing it pretty much all the time. Well, not all the time, but I sing it a lot. And it's just such a good song. Here, let me play. If I play like less than 10 seconds, I don't think they can copyright me. So let me see if I can find it. I'm just gonna, it's just such an incredible worshipful song, and it's like talking about like letting the spirit actually come in and like be a part of everything, and it's just very, very cool, and I love it, and I sing it all the time. So the next one is actually a game. I think I've talked before about, I think I talked in like my 50 random facts about me video, that I love to play games, and it doesn't really matter what kind of game, but I'm also a very avid gamer. So there was a game that my husband played actually with some friends of ours. It's called Ultimate Chicken Horse. And it's a platforming game. It's kind of like Mario meets, like, I'm trying to think of a good strategy game. My husband says Monopoly. I don't know if I agree with that, but whatever, we'll go with it. So the idea is that you're trying to build you start over here, and then you have to build your way across to get to the other side, and you want to get there first. But then you can like kill other people, and like it just becomes absolutely impossible. And it's so much fun when people play like as much of a jerk as you can be. Like if you play like a jerk, then it's way more fun. So it's been great. We've been playing it quite a bit as a stress relief for my husband, because my husband is going to be finishing and defending his thesis in about a month. So very excited for that. He is too. And so that's just been a great stress relief for him, and it's super fun for lots of people. You can play with up to 4 people. You can play online, and what's really cool is you can play with an Xbox controller, PlayStation controller, or with a keyboard and mouse, whatever works for you. And it's a blast. It's way fun. So if you guys are into gaming, I'll have it linked in Steam down below. And then I have 2 more favorites. My first one is stickers. So there's been 2 shops that I've been loving, and one of them I was super late to the bandwagon on, and that's Once More with Love. I only have 5 sheets, but I love them. I love Munchkins. They're so cute. So I know the store's been closed for a while, just getting ready to open back up, but these are just a lot of fun. And then this other shop I found when I heard about it through Coffee Monsters Co. I was watching one of her Plan With Me's, and she talked about this shop called Lovely Mine, and I just fell in love with the little girl. Her name is Coco, and she looks kind of kawaii, but then she's also got like a little bit of like a vintage touch to her, and I just absolutely fell in love, and I ordered like a ton of sheets, and they're super cute. So I will have both shops linked down below. And then the last thing actually I want to talk about is something that I only did 2 days ago, but I think I've also talked about the fact that I have suffered with headaches since I was 3 years old, and I've had a chronic headache for about 10 years. Well, on Friday morning, I went and got a doth piercing, which I found out I was saying it wrong, and it actually comes from a Hebrew word, which I thought was kind of cool. So I got the doth, which is getting this part, ow, I just touched it, I'm gonna have to go clean it, getting this part of your ear pierced, and it's actually an acupressure point, and within 15 minutes of getting the piercing, my headache was almost completely gone. And so that was the first time in over 10 years that I haven't really had a headache, and like I legitimately started to cry about 15 minutes after I left. I was just like, wow, it was incredible. And I am gonna do a video about that once it's had a little more chance to heal and I've had it a little bit longer, but I've only had it for 2 days and I'm already absolutely loving it. So alright you guys, that is all I have to share with you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!